Hello friends, welcome to your channel The Sales Bite, and I'm your host Sachin Sharma. This morning I was talking to my friends, all sales leaders, business leaders. It was a quick catch-up call that we do every fortnight. During the call we all started discussing about how we all started our career, our first sales calls, and then the common topic was to explain how was our first sales call experience when we all started our career. And while I was sharing my thoughts with them on my first sales call, I also in parallel thought, I should make a video and share with all of you. So this is, when I got out of my school and I got enrolled with the NIS, which is National Institute of Sales, and the core idea was to learn how to do sales, how to approach to customers, how to do market penetration, how to make sales pitches. And that point of time we were supposed to do 15 days of on-job training kind of module and get a certificate. So my first 15 days of on-job training was with a small company which was a distributor of Modi Xerox, and they used to sell fax machines, photocopiers, printers. So I got my job with them as an intern, and the moment I joined him, the very first day he told me that I have a call to do with one of the largest pharmaceutical company, and you come along with me, and I will teach you how to make a sales pitch and how to approach to a customer. And I was very excited about it. Now, this was Monday when I joined, and our call was on the same week towards Friday. So we had another 3 days in between. So I was just catching up with some catalogs, brochures, just to understand, what machine has got what technical specification, other things, performance and other things. And next day, Tuesday, my boss called me up and he said, look, I am traveling to Mumbai and I won't be able to do this sales call. So why don't you just go and do this sales call? And I was supposed to meet Vice President Purchase of this very large pharmaceutical company in India. And I was a little nervous. I never thought that I'm going to do a sales call, that too very first sales call to a vice president. And so I said, okay, fine, I don't have a choice. I'll go and do the sales call. And same day, I packed up my bag and I went to the office of this company, which was in Nehru Place. And I went there at the reception and I sat down at the reception, and I was just looking around. I was observing people, how do they behave, how is the environment like, what is the complete organization, culture and communication patterns and other things. And then this lady at the reception, he spotted me there, and she said, hey, what are you doing here? So I went to her and I said, look, I'm here for my interview, I'm looking for a job. And she said, what's your qualification? I said, I just gave my 10+2 exams. And she said, no, we don't hire kids, so you can leave. And I said, but this is the company I would like to start my career. And, just because I'm 10+2 does not mean that I do not have skills to be, to be entitled for a job here. She said, no, you're not, and we don't hire kids. And she just rejected me. So I came back at the reception, I sat down there, and I spent my whole day there sitting at the reception. It was Tuesday, so next day, Wednesday, I again came to this company and again sat down at the reception. And this lady, after some time, she again spotted me and she said, you are here again? I said, yeah, I told you yesterday that I'm looking for a job and, I want to be in this company, and, I have a very high opinion of this company. And I think if I start my career with this company, I'll go places. And she got a little upset and she said, why don't you go and sit and I'll talk to you later on. So towards lunchtime, she again called me up and she said, what, I'm telling you seriously, we don't hire kids and you're too young. Why don't you just go and enjoy your college life, study, go to a college canteen, eat snacks and, hang around, go for movies, and, do shopping and other things. So I said, look, I'm not interested in those things. I'm more keen on starting my career with a company, and that's the reason I'm spending some time. And then again, she told me, okay, fine, I'll talk to you later. And I sat down at the reception, and so it was end of the day. Everybody left. I also left. And next day was Thursday. So Thursday I went there, and again she spotted me and she said, you have come again, my friend. I told you. So tell me, why are you here? What do you want? So, I try to hide. I try to crack a story that I'm looking for a job in this company or something like that. But she wasn't convinced. She said, look, I am pretty sure that you are here for a purpose. You are here for a reason. Please tell me what is the reason. And, by now it was lunchtime, and she said, did you eat something? And I said, no, sister, I didn't eat anything. She said, okay, fine, I'll bring my lunch. We'll eat together, and, we'll discuss, we'll explore as to why you are here. And during post-lunch, I told this lady very honestly that, look, I am here to meet your vice president purchase. We have a scheduled meeting with him. I come from this company, so-and-so company. I gave the name of the company, and we are in the business of selling Xerox machines and copiers and printers and scanners. And she said, okay, fine, great. I got to you what you are looking at. So come back tomorrow morning, and the first thing I'll do is I'll organize your call and your meeting with this gentleman. So next day, 9:30 dot, I was in my business formals and wearing a tie and a suit, black shoes, well polished, well shaved, and I was all set for my first sales call. So I reached the reception. She looked at me and she complimented me, saying that you're looking handsome, and sir is inside his meeting room, and once he is out, I will make you meet him. So I was waiting at the reception. Suddenly, the meeting room just trashed out, and this gentleman, he was about 6 feet 4 inches tall. He came out, and he was full of anger, and very aggressive looking guy with long mustaches, and I was literally scared to look at him, and I thought, what a personality. And then this lady told me, look, he's the man you have to meet, and you can go inside and you can talk to him. So I gathered my courage, and I said, okay, fine. I went inside, and I took my business card, right here on my palm, so that if I shake my hands, I will just transfer from my hand to his hand. And the moment I said, hi, I'm so-and-so from so-and-so company, he said, who the are you? So he used those 4-letter words for me, which was very strong. And I said, sir, I'm coming from this company, and this is what we do, and my boss was supposed to meet you. He said, get the hell out of here. I don't want to talk to you. And I was like, but we have a meeting. We have a scheduled meeting with you. We have an appointment with you. He said, whatever, I don't care. I just don't want to talk to you. So that is when, he was getting more aggressive with me, and I was more persistent with him. It was early stage of my sales career, so I didn't even know what should be my sales temperament at that point of time. But I thought, let's be composed. Let's try to be a little relaxed and try to normalize things with him. So I told him, look, I'm here, and these are the things that he said. I don't care who you are, and if you don't leave my room in next 30 seconds, I'm going to kick your ass, and you will be out of this 7th floor building, and you know what's going to happen to you. So he said, I'll kick your ass. Get the hell out of here. And he was using those 4-letter words very frequently for me, and he was genuinely pissed off. So I said, okay. So I didn't have a choice. Being a fresher, I thought it's better I should exit from his cabin, and I was just coming out of his cabin. Suddenly he stopped me, and he said, can you just wait? And I was like, I could sense some ray of hope. I thought, he just realized, his bad behavior towards me, and maybe he wants to apologize. He said, look, just go outside my cabin, and there is a plate. Look at that plate, and don't ever show me your fucking face. And I was okay. I came out and I looked at a plate, and it was mentioned, beggars and salesperson not allowed. And I was looking at that plate for 45 seconds, and I was just thinking that, Mr. Sharma, you want to be a sales guy, you want to start your career in sales, and if this is how salespeople are treated, is it worth to think about building a career in sales? And that 45 to 60 seconds, I was having various thoughts in my mind, and eventually I thought, no, I should go back and talk to him. So once again I gathered my courage and went back to his cabin and spoke to him and told him, sir, thank you very much for highlighting the plate that you have outside your cabin. I just wanted to say one thing. 50 years back, when Britishers used to host parties, they used to mention dogs and Indians not allowed. And 50 years down the line, people like you are still carrying the legacy of Britishers, making them feel equally important even after 50 years in our country, and disregarding the citizens of this country who want to be part of your organization and provide value to your organization. But that does not stop me from thinking to build a career in sales. I think this is one of the best experience I'm getting. Had to my first sales experience from a tough customer like you. I promise you, I will not deviate from my plans. I will continue to be a sales guy, and one day I hope we'll do business with you. And thank you very much once again for giving me such a wonderful experience. And after saying this, I just stepped out of his cabin, and that day I took the stairs from 7th floor to reach the ground floor. And then I realized that there was a peon who was running after me, and he said, were you from the Xerox? I said, yeah. He said, okay, boss is calling you. Now I thought that this guy is going to call me and he's going to slap me left, right and center. So I told him, look, I don't want to go and talk to him. He said, you have to. And he got me from my collar and he said, let's go. So I reached to his cabin once again, and he was fumed up. He was staring at me and he was staring at his peon. And the moment he stared at his peon left the cabin, and suddenly he became a comic character. And he was like, I'm so sorry for my behavior. I am so pissed off with my staff. I'm pissed off with my sales team. I handle purchase, I handle sales. My regional head, he's married and he's busy with his honeymoon. My another regional guy, he's not to be seen, he's absconding. My bosses are literally beating shit out of me, and I don't know how to handle things. And in every all this nonsense, you comes in and say, I am from so and so company and blah blah blah. I was not able to handle things, and I was absolutely lost in my early morning meeting, and suddenly you came as a disaster, and I'm so sorry about that, and I want to apologize to you. And you really shaken me with your thoughts. You really shaken me with what you said when I spoke to you about all these things. And I was just calm and composed. I was just listening to what he was saying, and I said, sir, I understand what kind of problems you're facing with your current staff not being able to meet your expectations, but it was your decision to hire them, right? So if you have taken a decision to hire someone, then you got to live with it. So I don't think I should have got that kind of thrashing from you, but I also want to thank you for giving me such a tough environment to do my first sales call, which will really trigger me to learn things faster, better, and be effective in my sales function. And then this guy told me, so son, tell me, why were you here? And I said, my boss, Mr. Mandiratta, was supposed to meet you, and we gave you this proposal, this quotation, and this machine is about 15 lakh rupees. And no, sorry, I didn't tell him the price. And he said, okay, fine. So what do you want? I said, I just want to understand if I can, finalize the deal today. And we have already given you a demonstration and how to go about it, how to get the quotation and PO and other things. He said, I'm very impressed with you, and let's not talk about this. Tell me what is the pricing of this machine. And that's when I overpitched him, and I said it's about 30 lakhs. So we actually proposed 15 lakh rupees machine to him, but then I said this is going to be 30 lakhs because I think your utility is going to be high, and the current machine that we pitched is not going to serve your purpose. The efficiency is going to be a challenge. So I think we would like to discuss this machine, which is much better with regards to performance, quality, cost, efficiency. And he said, I trust your words. Whatever you say, we'll go ahead with this. And tell me how to sign up the engagement. Do you want me to give you advance payment 50%? And I said, sir, I cannot take advance payment because I come by bus, and if my pocket is picked by someone, I will lose 15 lakhs. And he said, idiot, I'm not giving you cash, I'm giving you a check. So I told him, sir, even check can be misplaced. He said, you dumb ass, it's a account paid check. Even if you lose it, nothing's gonna happen. And I was like, okay. So I called my boss and I said, look, this is what is the situation. What would you want me to do? He said, what you should do? I mean, just go and pick up the check and deposit it, and we will deliver the machine. And what is the pricing of the machine? I said, it's 30 lakhs. He said, man, we pitched 15 lakh rupee machine, and you have just given a 30 lakh rupee machine. So how did it happen? And I told him, I will tell you the complete story once you're back in office. And that's how we got the check of 15 lakhs from this gentleman towards the advance payment. And after this, I came back to my office. 7 or 8 days later, I got a letter from this pharmaceutical company stating that we would want Sachin to join our company as a territory manager. And there was a salary structure, there was a compensation details mentioned in the offer letter at that point of time. And my boss told me that you went to sell a machine or you went for your interview. I said, look, this is how it is, and I handled it effectively, and he liked me, and that's the reason he has given me this job offer. But any which ways, I'm not going to join this company because I need to pursue my college. And having said this, the deal was closed effectively. Now a lot of people used to ask me what you did. I mean, how did it happen? So my stay in that company for 3 days, when I used to go there on a daily basis, sit down at the reception, I used to do a lot of activities. So I was told that there is something called picture cheese. Picture cheese are those people who carry every bit of information in the organization, and they come to your ear, they whisper some very important piece of information to your ear, and they leave. Now this information could be a decision making proposition for you. And that's what I was doing. I was talking to the peon, I was talking to his driver, I was talking to his assistant, I was talking to his staff, I was talking to salespeople, and all I was trying to do is gather as much as information about this guy, mentally, fundamentally, emotionally, from a business point of view, from a leadership point of view, and accordingly build my complete sales strategy and sales pitch and sales call, just to make sure, because I knew during my interactions with these people that he is an ex-army guy, and an army guy can only be handled if you deal with them keeping emotions on top. And that statement of Britishers hosting parties and those kind of statements which I gave there, I think those statements work very well, because somewhere he was a little shaken up that being an Indian, I'm still carrying the legacy of Britishers, and I'm mistreating Indian people, and I shouldn't be doing that. And I think that realization which he had got my foot in the door and I was able to close a deal. So I think this is, we all should follow. The outcome is pre-sales preparation is very, very important for every sales guy before you meet your clients, because you need to understand how your clients behave. At the same time, it's also important that you also get a understanding on how your competition share, because if you're targeting a customer, let's say in Delhi, North Delhi region, you should also know who is your competition, who is the Spock from competition in North Delhi region. What are the sales style of those people? What kind of quotations do they submit? What kind of discount policies do they offer? So basically, all in all, you have to have understanding on your counterpart from your competition in that particular region. That will give you an edge always, because before you meet your customer and you know that your customer has already met competition, you very well know what are the areas that you need to focus on to get the deal in your favor. So this is all about my first sales experience. Do let me know your thoughts. I keep learning from people. It will be nice to learn from you as well about the first sales call, the feedback and how it happened, and eventually do share with your friends, do subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get all my videos as soon as they are loaded. So on this note, I like to conclude this call, this video, and thanks for watching, and have a good one. Keep selling, always be closing. Take care. Bye bye.